Episode 3442, The Power of Celebration.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. It's Friday. Yay! It's time to raise the roof because you finally get a break. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you got the kids driving you crazy because it is summertime. But guess what? It's all about the power of celebration. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already haven't had the opportunity, you want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter. The Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, inspiring connection and community. Are you ready? Are you ready for an incredible weekend? Are you setting yourself up to succeed? Meaning that you're willing to take a chance, even if failure happens, but because of failure, you're still going to succeed. Man, if we could just wrap our minds around things, our lives would be different. We'd switch our mindsets. If we would understand that there's more to, I just got to do this real quick. Or I'm just going to react instead of respond. I'm not going to give much thought because, well, that's how I grew up. So who really cares about thinking things through? It's Confessions of an Upset Mama Day today. And I want to let it all hang out because I find it very interesting how we'll talk about everything under the sun, but we don't talk about raising kids. We don't talk about having a strong family. And if we don't have a strong family, how good of a world will we have when we're not here? I don't know about you, but I want to leave a strong legacy. That's why I want to be a living legacy right now. And the mistakes that I have done, I want to make sure I change those so I don't pass those on. I want to make sure I wrap my head around things that maybe I can do better. That doesn't mean I'm going to be perfect. In fact, I'm going to fail more still than I succeed. But what I do know is that if we were all to take the time to put in the efforts of how we raise our kids, whether it's our biological kids, our adopted kids, whether it's the kids we mentor, whether it's the kids we teach in school. I mean, some schools are still going on now. Maybe you teach Sunday school, okay? You mentor them. You have influence over them. And we need to think about that. So it doesn't matter if you're a parent or not. I'm telling you right now, this episode's for you. I found it interesting. I get all of these crazy things that end up in my feed and sometimes actually end up in my email. I get, hundreds. I kid you not, 350 average emails a day, not a week, a day. And it's crazy. And I go through them and some of them I just know like I have them there. And if I really want them, then I read them. But otherwise I just delete. And then there's others that, it goes in my junk and basically that junk box can be deleted every single day. But one of these things came through and it was one of these, don't forget, today is International Day. In a world where we have international days for chocolate chip cookies and pizza, I'm like, really? How is it that we are not honoring our brightest lights, our children? I mean, think about this. Imagine the impact if you embrace the power of celebration for your child. I mean, and this is the manner in which they feel cherished and valued for who they are and who they are becoming, not just because they are your quote unquote child, your offspring. Not just because you coached them or you mentored them or you were their first grade teacher or their Sunday school teacher. It's because who they are and who they are becoming. And as parents, we tend to bury ourselves in the busyness of life, juggling all this work and household chores and countless responsibilities to get us where? And when we're stuck in all this chaos, it's vital to pause. It's vital. Not crucial, not essential. No, it's vital. It's life or death. To pause and reflect on the importance of celebrating our children and not because it's their birthday. Yesterday, we had a birthday in the family. It was Rhino's. It was our 11-year-old American Bulldog. Yep. He turned the big 1-1. Whoop, whoop. So officially, he's much older than me now in dog years or in human years from his dog years. You know what I'm trying to say. But as I was singing happy birthday to him, I thought, you know what? I'm celebrating my dog. I am so glad I know how to celebrate my children much better than how I'm celebrating my dog. But I know some of us, if we're honest, come on, it's confession day. We celebrate our dogs better than we celebrate our children. And I'm not saying their birthdays. I'm not saying getting them gifts. I'm saying about who they are, who their hearts are, who they are and who they are becoming. Think about this. What if you celebrated your child to the point that it went viral? Because we're all worried about getting noticed or getting one step ahead of our competition, whatever that means to you. Whether it's competition at your workplace, whether it's competition with your neighbor, with your siblings, with your mom even. Maybe it's with your best friend. Maybe it's in your life group. But you want to be noticed. Now, quite frankly, it's not everybody's fault that we want to be noticed. That's just a sinful nature of who we are as human beings. But it's how we act upon that nature. And that's where I want to challenge us. We don't do anything to raise up our kids to be strong, independent individuals that will mightily impact the world they touch. But we're worried about our influence with our neighbors, our colleagues. And we're always wondering, gosh, can I post something that's better than what they posted? Right? We have the quote unquote Jones syndrome. I don't even know why we call it the Jones syndrome. I'm sure there's some history to that, but I haven't looked it up. Go chat GPT it and let me know. Send me an email. I don't have time for that. I'm on It's Confession Day. Right? I'm here talking about stuff that really matters. And what really matters right now is what's happening within your own four walls. It's not about what I do. It's not about what your neighbor does, what your mom did, or your dad did, your grandma, your auntie. No, it's about what you are doing right now. Are you willing to go the extra mile? Because most of the time, honestly, come on, let me hear it. We're going to be honest here, right? Yes. We just get caught up in our own CRAP of life. Yet even when days get crazy, we still go out and get those cookies and pizza just for an excuse to celebrate. And it's like, yeah, look what I've got. So you got a little endorphin rush, a little bit of a sugar kick high from those carbohydrates, and then you crash afterwards. What if you were to celebrate your child? Celebrating your child the way they deserve to be celebrated. That is your Kiss to Keep It Simple strategy. Celebrate your child. Don't leave them behind. And I'm not talking about their education. I'm not talking about, the school that they're going to go to. You could afford to go to a private school. You can afford to go to a private school, but that doesn't mean you're raising your kids well. I mean, come on. Let's get real. Now I hear the hate emails coming in. But I need us to be honest with ourselves. It's not about the money. It's about our presence. Are we doing what we need to do as parents, as moms and dads, to celebrate our children in a manner that they feel honored, cherished, and valued? Not because they're 11 years old, like our English bulldog, which, by the way, he's outlived his average years, which is 8 years for an English bulldog, if you didn't know that. Kind of interesting fact. So, I had to sing him happy birthday a couple times yesterday, and we're still celebrating. What we do here is very interesting. I never thought about this until I thought about it. But because of what we did with the kids and my husband's career and how we moved all the time, it was hard for us to celebrate birthdays on the birthday. Now, we would do like a birthday dinner, and it was usually something I would cook. But sometimes those birthdays, well, a lot of times, they would fall on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And it wouldn't happen on Saturday or Sunday. And Dad wouldn't get home until really, really late. And there was activities. And so we really could not put in the effort that we wanted to. So we really celebrated their birthday for a whole week and weekend. And sometimes we would tag 2 weekends, the weekend before and the weekend after. And we wanted them to feel cherished and loved, not just on their day, but throughout the week into the weekend. And then it's interesting, I noticed that I celebrate my kids just because. I don't have to wait for Christmas to celebrate them. I don't have to wait for their birthday. I celebrate them because I just want to tell them how great they are and how proud I am of them. Do I do a great job all the time? No, I fail a lot. And I know sometimes they probably have talked behind my back or their backs or whatever, side to side, up and down, whatever it is. And they said, oh, yeah, Mom likes you better than me. Oh, no, she likes you better than me. No, actually, I don't like any of them better than me. All right. Okay. Did you get that? All right. Just want to make sure you're awake. It is confession day, but no, seriously, I love every single one of my children because of who they are and who they are becoming, not because they are the sister of or the brother of or the son or daughter of. It's because of who they are. Is that how you feel about your child? Seriously. You don't have to say this out loud. You may have somebody right now that you're thinking about going, well, I've got this semi-good. I mean, I may not have it perfect, but I feel like I do a good job. Great. Do you have a friend who needs to hear this? I'm being serious. Because we've got kids that are hurting. Because our parents, our mentors, our teachers, our influencers are not seeing the generation that's up and coming. We're missing them because our heads are buried in technology. Because we're all caught up in wanting to be viral. Because we want to get more likes than anybody else. How old are you? 38? Come on, grow up. Like, I mean, seriously, it's confession day. I'm not letting anything slide. Not for me. Not for you either. I think these are some honest questions we need to look at because our children do matter. And if we want them to go out and impact the world that they touch, we have got to start paying attention to them and raising them up to become who they are and who they are becoming. Remember, change is a constant. And so they're going to grow throughout every stage of their life. And sometimes you're going to be like, can we not get out of this temper tantrum stage? Oh, wait, can we not get out of this teenage stage? Oh, wait, can we not get out of? It's always something. I'm just telling you, it's always something. And it does not get easier just because they get older. And it gets more expensive the older they get. You thought it was expensive when they were young. Diapers are nothing. That's all I got to say. We'll leave it at that for another episode. So what does it look like in real life to celebrate your child? How can you do this in a manner that's not a cake with a candle on it and gifts and bows and wrapping paper, confetti? What does it look like in real life? Number one, notice and acknowledge their efforts. Your kids just want you to see them. I'm sure you want to be seen too, right? That's why you want to go viral. In some manner. It doesn't have to be necessarily online. Maybe you're writing a paper and that paper is going to be published and all your colleagues are going to see it. Man, you want to be able to say, wow, thousands and thousands and thousands of people read that. I want people to share it. Okay? Virality doesn't mean it has to be on social media. We forget that. But our ego loves it, doesn't it? So what do we need to do to get ourselves out of looking inward and actually seeing our kids? We got to notice them. We got to acknowledge their efforts. So take time to see your child. Take time to recognize their achievements, big or small. Maybe it's congratulating them on finishing a challenging puzzle. Maybe it's them just right now coloring in between the lines. Maybe it's scoring well on a test because they studied so hard. Not about so much the score, but as much as the effort that you put in. And because of that effort, then you were able to produce these results. But quite frankly, they could have failed the test, but if the effort was put in, you still need to celebrate them. Showing kindness to a friend, to a stranger. Have you ever had your child hold the door open without you saying, will you go hold that door open? Will you go help her with her groceries? They just go and do it. You're like, yeah, that's my kid. Feels good, doesn't it? You know, it feels good for them to hear their mama say, you did awesome today. Way to go. Way for caring for other people. I love how you stand up for humanity. I love how you're kind. You took care of that kitten so sweetly. Praise your child for their creativity. You can say something like, I love the way you used all these different colors in your artwork. It shows how imaginative you are. Right? It's not about, oh, you colored in the lines and it's perfect. It's about you tried and I got to see where you are right now at this moment in time. Create your now. That's what your child is doing, but do you recognize it? Do you see it? Honor them in such a manner. Celebrate your child. Number two, quality time together. We all know this, but we don't do it. We think of quantity more than quality. Oh man, I got to go and just spend time. What if you were to spend quality time? Meaning it's uninterrupted. You're not tested or tempted by your phone? Because we live in a fast-paced world. You know it. And spending quality time with our children, it's a precious gift. But we all take it for granted. So set aside dedicated moments to engage in activities for your child. Whether it's playing a board game or gardening, or maybe it's simply going for a walk together. I got a text, the sweetest little text. I actually butt dialed. Technically, it was a thumb dial, but I called it a butt dial because it would sound strange if it was a thumb dial. But it was one of those things where, you click off something and the app opens up, and then it just happens to be where you put your finger and then it's calling whoever that person was. So it was in my recents. And so it called my son-in-law. And I'm like, oh, so sorry. And it rang barely once. And so I just sent him a real quick message, sorry, butt dial, with a smiley face. And then I said something like, hope you're having a great day. And so later on, I don't know, probably a couple hours later, I get this sweet picture. And he goes, no problem. The day's ending really great. And it's him and his boy, my grandson, flying. Yeah, creating memories. In the air. He's a pilot. And so he was taking time to be involved in his child. Quality time, not quantity. He's at the Guard. So every month he's gone for a full weekend. So that only gives him 3 weekends. He works a full-time job. Plus he has another business. And so when you look at all of this that he does, quality is important. But he doesn't have a lot of quantity. Where do you give into your child? In a world full of distractions, choosing to be present is the greatest gift we can give our children. Are you giving them the undivided attention they deserve? Because when you do, it strengthens your bond. And it does create lasting memories, right? Create your now. And then finally, number 3, create a positive environment. We don't need any more negativity. We already have enough of that. Oh, there's so much of it. So much negativity out there. You know it, you see it. That's why I don't like to be on social media. My stuff's on there, but I am not actually on there. Like I'll go and have something post to it, but I just don't like going on there. That's why we're revamping the website. I want to bring that kind of community to our home, not where you have to go out on somebody else's home and you have to be bombarded with every ad out there and you have to be distracted. No, you can come and do what you need to do and then get on. Why? Because your time matters. Your heart matters. And so does your child's. Create that positive environment. It's going to help your child's growth and their self-esteem. It's going to boost it. Celebrate their uniqueness. Encourage them to embrace their individuality, right? Teach them the value of kindness, of empathy, and resilience. Empower them truly to believe in themselves and their capabilities, because you know what? They're going to fall down. They're going to scratch their knee. It may even scar, but they can get back up and they can try again. Support your child in their journey of self-discovery. Nurture their confidence, because when you do that, it fuels their greatness. Celebrating our children goes beyond the superficial. It's not just about, because this looks good. This isn't about having a kid and making you look good because you had the kid and you can check them off your list. Yeah, look at me. I'm a dad now. I'm a boy dad or a boy mom. I'm a girl mom or a girl dad, right? We didn't have any of that kind of stuff growing up. I was a mom. I was a mom. And with that, I took the responsibility of saying, I want to do the best that I can. Did I do it right all the time? No. Did I make mistakes? Yes. But let me tell you, I love my children. And I supported them, and I am their greatest cheerleader. Even greater than their grandmother. Yes. And she will tell you that too. I know she loves them just as much, but maybe a little bit more. It's different when you're a grandparent, but we'll talk about that later. It's truly about nurturing their souls, their mind, body, and spirit, acknowledging their efforts. It's hard to be a kid nowadays. Man, it was hard when I was growing up, but now it is so hard to escape your own failures because they're always right in front of you. Or it's hard to accept your success because of somebody else's greatness. Think about that. Friends, mom and dad, We've got to begin to embrace the power of celebration for our kiddos. We've got to help and plant these seeds of resilience, of determination. Sometimes they need to be stubborn too, but we like the word determination better, because that is when those little seeds that we plant, as we continue to water them with our fabulous words, our love and our grace, and we're kind to them, guess what happens? That's when they begin their journey to miles of greatness. So in celebrating our children, we celebrate the future. Go in peace, be present, be incredible, be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed weekend. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.